YouTube, what's up? JR here.
What's up, guys? So here we are, our second video ever, and we just wanted to say thanks for everybody that subscribed. We had over 100 subscribers in a little under 18 hours, which is, I guess, we were told that's pretty good. So
it's pretty awesome. You guys did a great job.
JR, what do you got on you today?
What am I carrying on me today?
What are you carrying today?
Spyderco Endura stainless.
Very nice. You beat the shit out of that thing.
I love that knife. I've carried that knife for like 4 years. My dad gave it to me, and I just can't seem to get rid of it.
I actually have a, what do you call that? K-Bar Warthog.
It's a Warthog.
Made in the United States of America.
USA.
Actually, this was a trade I got from JR, and I actually stripped the coating off of it today. I thought that looked cool. And now I have to figure out what to do so it doesn't rust all the pieces.
You said you're going to stonewash it, right?
I think that'd be cool, but I think I want to try to get this handle off first. I'm not any way Mr. Knife Pimper, but I just like to mess with things and I can never leave things alone.
Well, it's because you've been watching one too many of Tough Thumb's videos.
I do watch his videos. So anyway, I used this here aircraft paint remover stuff. And I use this little copper brush to get that coating off, and we're going to go ahead and use that again to prepare this TFF2 to be shipped over to Tough Thumbs for the drawing.
Because we thought it would be really awesome to customize that for you guys.
Let me get the shininess there.
Maybe stonewash that scale. What do you think?
We're going to try to get all that green off of there because, you know, I don't know what they were thinking over there at Medford Knife and Tool, but
green.
I mean, who wants green?
Right. It really needs to.
And all this
match
crap.
The rest of the blade, and let's do a whole stone wash.
I mean, we just thought we'd really customize.
Well, not us, but Tough Thumbs do the stone wash. We'll just strip it.
We're just gonna strip it for him. You know, make it look just like this because we think this looks cooler. You see the quality craftsmanship there. Actually, the truth is we're gonna leave this thing just the way it is.
I think you might give Greg a heart attack if you do that.
Yeah, over at Greg at Medford, yeah.
Yeah.
So we're just kidding, guys. We're gonna leave this thing just the way it is, and because it looks awesome.
There will be no stripping of the TFF.
No stripping, and Jeff over at Tough Thumbs is just gonna do the drawing, and we'll get it out to the winner here shortly.
Pimping. It's been pimped enough.
It's pretty pimped as it is, yeah. I would say. So anyway.
But what we are going to...
That's your last look at this thing before it goes out, guys. So, and there it goes.
Cool. So what we are going to strip today...
Yep, I actually had a case of New Knife Fever today. And I picked myself up another Cold Steel. I sound like a Cold Steel whore at this point, but they're really good value knife, and JR had a Recon 1, and I picked one up as well. I picked up the Spear Point, and I'm gonna go ahead and strip the...
Mine's much cooler with the Tonto point.
Right, it's much more ninja. I'm gonna go ahead and take this coating off of this blade and off of the lock. We're gonna see how it goes. According to Nuts for Knives.
Nuts for Knives, right.
He said that if you use this stuff here, or something like, it's actually the same brand that he shows. The bottle looks a little different, but hopefully it's the same. And this wire brush, which actually worked great on this, that you end up with a nice stone wash underneath this that's much like the Voyager that I own and love. So we'll see how that goes. I've already got the scales all taken apart here and already undone for you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and take this stuff. I'm going to set the blade and hardware in here. I'm going to spray it down real good and let it sit for a little bit, and we'll be back to discuss some of the submissions that we liked from Thursday and go over a couple of those with you guys, and we'll see you in a couple minutes.
Alright guys, so we're back, and so we sprayed the blade on this Recon 1.
I made the mistake of not bringing gloves.
Yeah, no gloves, so pairing those pliers you're going to have to work. Anyways, we're going to let that sit for a while, and then we're going to...
I'm sure there's probably a better way to do this, you guys, sorry.
Yeah.
You can
learn from our mistakes, I guess.
Yep. We'll be your big brothers. My little brother always used to tell me that. He learned from my mistakes. I I thought that was not fair.
Nice. So anyways, we're going to use that brush, we're going to scrub it off, we're going to let it soak for a while, and hopefully it's going to come out nice and stone washed like Nuts for Knives knife did.
Yep.
So,
I think maybe it could be like a massive conspiracy from an anti-cold steel company to encourage cold steel owners to destroy their knives.
How many more times can you say cold steel during our Knife Thursday video?
Sorry.
So anyways, you know, like the Friday after Knife Thursday is always, you know, new knife fever day after you look at everybody's submissions and you really want a new knife. So, so I'm reviewing the submissions today. I'm at work on a break, checking out the submissions. I can't leave work to go by the knife shop like Chris did. And really what I want for a new knife is one of those War Toads by Tough Thumbs anyways. And that doesn't come from my local knife shop. So the bottom line is I'm going through the submissions and I find Vance Bourne and his submission cutting the cheese, and I see that, I'm looking at the post, and I realize that I have a knife similar to that. So I close up my computer and I run to the house and I find this, how are we pronouncing it? Laguel. It's a French knife. Anyways, it was a gift years ago from my sister-in-law. And there, you hold it. And so I pulled it out, sharpened it, put a little oil on it, and fondled it most of the day. And I realized why. After I got it, I put it in my dresser and haven't carried it because the lock is so stiff on it. That slip joint lock is so stiff that I was afraid I was going to cut myself. And well, Chris cut himself with it.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
It actually closed on my finger, and it was like it. I think it said. I think it actually said like it said chomp.
Chomp. As
it closed on my finger, and it was pretty heinous. It just held onto my finger, and it was pretty wide open. Right on my knuckle. Look at my nails. My nails are like full of.
So it's not like some
paint stripper.
You know, sick tactical Axis lock folder, you know, but it's pretty cool. It was enough to satisfy my new knife fever for the day. I pulled it out of my dresser and hung on to it. And
it's that right there. It's like...
Yeah, it's...
Grab me that.
Anyways. But, so then, of course, Chris goes to the knife shop and... or he goes and finds Matt, our buddy Matt, and buys that Cold Steel Recon from him.
Yeah, we have another up-and-coming knife dealer here in the area, and he's trying to earn our business by selling us knives at great deals.
Yeah, he texts us when he's ordering new ones.
Hey guys, I'm ordering some Spydercos. Do you want some? It's like somebody going to pick up cheeseburgers. Yeah, dude, I'll take a... like, awesome.
He's going to be the new crack dealer, our knife dealer.
So here, shut this thing, because I don't want to...
Oh, come on, man.
It's okay.
So, anyways, and I just want to give a shout out to... I picked 3 posts from yesterday, and Chris picked 3 posts from yesterday of stuff we liked, and I just wanted to give a shout out to Morty doing work on my finger with that Spyderco salt. That looked like it really hurt. There was a whole boatload of stitches in your finger.
Say 9 stitches?
It was a bunch. Let's see here.
It looks like his thumb, I think he said. Serrated salt. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, working with my salt, and I guess those teeth
here,
decided they wanted to taste some blood. 9 stitches. Alright guys, so actually we each picked 4 submissions. They were all really kick-ass submissions this week. I picked Morty's doing work on my finger because that looked like it hurt pretty well. 9 stitches later from his Spyderco salt.
And then you have...
Then this is the post here, Cutting the Cheese by Vance Bourne, that inspired me to go What do you got going on there,
I'm
Chris?
sorry, guys.
Alright, so inspired me to go dig my Laguel, little French knife out of my dresser and clean it up. Vance's cutting wire with my Surefire Delta. It's pretty awesome because I really didn't know about Surefires. I listened to Tough Thumbs on his video the other night talk about them, and now I get to see it in action. Really digging the wire cutters on that knife. And then Robitar's 45 ACP lead bullet trimming I thought was pretty kick-ass. So those are my 4 picks.
And actually, we had 3, and we originally, when we pulled the camera over here, we realized there's a couple more we wanted to point out.
Yeah, well, we had 3, but then there was one that inspired us. So
right, yeah, exactly.
Anyways,
yeah, both of us actually.
Right.
So mine was the educational Tanto. I like how it poked out the back of the shaving cream can and reminded me of a memory I had with my father when I was a kid. We cut open a golf ball, and it was chaos. So this just reminds me of that.
Sounds like we need to replicate that golf ball next week.
Maybe we can let somebody else handle that because
why?
It was a bad memory.
You're scared?
Yes. Okay. So then we have the Thai mill dressing ducks. I just liked the awesome carnage, and this knife is so massive. And anyway, great submission.
I'm sure those ducks were tasty.
Well, people don't like to know where their food comes from, so
I don't mind.
I don't mind either, but anyway.
Nice knife.
Yes, definitely. I almost bought one today. The price was not right.
No?
No. So I almost bought one today, but I realized I couldn't afford it. I'm sad. Cutting some turkey up. This guy, Apex 08, or girl, I don't know. We don't know, actually. It's a mystery to us.
But
some
awesome submissions every week.
Every week. And you mind if I flip through these? Just
no, please,
quickly.
go ahead.
So if you just click on the username up here, just look at some of these. So, I don't know if you guys, do you see the KT there?
I do.
Okay, I didn't.
How can you not?
Actually, at first I didn't.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So.
Were you hungry? Was it lunch?
No, there's KT again. And no KT that week.
A little shredding.
This is actually a really cool submission. I never thought about taking a cork out like that. There you go. And that was a good one. And that was the reverse, I think, of this.
There you go.
So.
We put that one on our Facebook header, didn't we?
Yep.
A couple weeks ago.
We've been putting a few of these up there, and stuff like this really, makes us feel like we're onto something here, guys. So keep stuff like this coming.
Yeah, Apex 08.
Yeah, you
Give
guys
your
are
shout out. Thank you
for sure.
Awesome submissions.
And then much like JR's submission that he liked here with the, how do you pronounce it?
Laguel.
Well,
that's what I have. I don't know.
Fancy knife. Inspired JR to go home and get his and fondle it for the rest of the day. This one here, working on a truck, having a snack with M&M pretzels. At first I thought this blade was snapped off, and gladly it was not, but it actually reminded me that I had to go pick one of these up for myself, and I've picked one up. The local knife shop had one at a decent price, and I have a couple of the Osbornes and the Osborne Benchmades, and I was able to finally top off my bag.
You just needed a reason to finish your Benchmade bag.
I'm a bit obsessive compulsive when it comes to that stuff.
Yeah, Chris now has a Benchmade bag full of Benchmade.
Right,
knives.
big deal. There's lots of guys that do that, but anyway, JR is giving me shit. So anyway, this knife finally topped off the bag, and now I can stop obsessing about the empty spot. You guys, I know somebody else is out there's got to feel like that too. So anyway, we have this blade's been sitting here in this goop for a while, and we're gonna try to scrape some of this crap off. But we just want to say thanks for all the great contributions this week, guys. There's a lot of them that we didn't get to. We just don't want to make this thing like 45 minutes long, and we're gonna cut it here.
No, they were all pretty awesome.
Yeah, they were.
Do we want to give props to Joe Krieger and his infidel post?
You mean this one?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, we'll show this one, but we won't show the 5 or 6 submissions that he tried to get through that were completely inappropriate. So, Joe, this one's for you, buddy. And
nice.
Thanks for sticking with us and having patience and coming through with a really good submission. So
that's a really badass knife too.
It's a badass knife, and it's a good picture. So actually, a couple people pointed this one out to me today and said that they liked it. So thanks a lot, bud. And we're gonna cut here and try to get some of this some of this Teflon off of this blade. Some great cinematography going on here. Slow pan, zoom.
Is it rolling?
Yeah.
So it takes some scrubbing to get this finish off, guys.
But it comes off pretty good.
Yeah, it comes off.
I'm not the one scrubbing though, so.
No, well, hang on. So let's...
There you go. I'm gonna cut this.
You need gloves. So when we do my Tonto blade, I will bring gloves. Guys, did I say you should wear gloves? But it comes off pretty well. Takes a little bit of scrubbing. We let it soak for 30 minutes. And probably have to do a little bit of detail work here once we get it down.
Hey, I found you some gloves. Put these on. Seriously. Here, hold on. You got a knife? Alright, put these on here. Okay, we're back with JR's.
Alright, we got some gloves.
Some gloves here, so.
I think we took Mrs. W's gardening gloves here. So.
Those have been in there for a while.
She won't mind, right? Sacrifice. I think we even cut them. Cut the ends. We cut the ends off of them.
The ends?
The ends.
Okay, so as you can see, it came out pretty awesome. I'll say it's acceptable. And you can see the nice stone wash that was underneath that black coating. And I can always go back and some of this little black here and get this off. But I got inside here with an X-Acto knife. The same with some of the stuff down here inside the pivot. That's still a little bit there, but you're not going to see any of that. And you know, left the markings on there, which is awesome. So I'm overall happy with this, and we're going to go ahead and put the knife back together. Some of this stuff can come off later. So. And we're back. So here's the finished knife, and we're almost out of battery. Anyway, looks really cool. And JR's got a couple of points here.
It's not really finished because you didn't strip the thumb stud because you lack commitment.
I don't lack commitment.
You can't commit to stripping the whole knife.
No, I can. I did. There you go. Look at that. Tell me that doesn't look sick. Sick. Somebody says that.
Alright, so I made a list here for you guys. Can you see that?
JR's list of things to consider.
Yeah. We used clean strip aircraft paint remover, a copper brush, disposable baking pan. We can't show you the copper brush because it's a wreck. And a roll of towels because if you're like Chris, you make a huge mess.
Yes.
Gloves, pink if you're Chris.
Nope, JR.
I recommend that you don't use your wife's gardening gloves because they cut the circulation off in your hands. At least my mitts. Safety goggles. It took us about 45 minutes, give or take. Probably you less if you follow the instructions.
Why safety goggles?
Well, because you don't want that crap in your eyes, right? It burns.
It does burn, yes.
You need a sense of humor.
Yes.
Really.
Alright, guys. So, have a good weekend.
Hang loose.
Hang loose. Jesus.
Whatever, they're pink gloves. Get the job done.